Golly, y'all. Golly. Looks like they done fired my boy Almighty Suspect from No Jumper. YouTube. What's the righteous word? It's your boy Gangland Neem, aka Neiman. I be for the E, man. Golly. I don't know y'all. Remember that. And we back with another one. Another video. New video. What's up with y'all, man? A lot of crazy going on. It was lit last night, y'all. Shout out to everybody who's in that live and all that. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Think I'm taking up for Almighty again. I'm telling you, I don't need to take up for no nigga. Almighty do all the taking up for himself, man. You know what I'm saying? But he got fired for this. He you know what I'm saying? He did his thing and got fired. We gonna run this. I didn't even play it. I was like, I'm gonna just do this off the ramp because I want to know what he got to say for real. Like, y'all did this. Hold on, let's get big. Let's get big. Hey, y'all did this. Let's make nothing about it. Y'all did this. You knew what y'all was doing the whole time. It's all kind of behind the scenes stuff too that niggas ain't gonna speak about. You know what I'm saying? But y'all did this, man. Y'all knew that shit like this could happen, bro, but y'all kept poking at this tension between them two. You know what I'm saying? And then it ultimately happens like it always does up here, but now niggas is fired. Niggas done got pistol whipped up there, stripped naked, everything else. Niggas done stole from your stock room. Did all kind of, you know what I'm saying? Been on gang drugs, passed out, in vomit. Talking behind the boss back. I'm just saying this is what they be doing up here, man. And then this is where niggas draw the line. I'm just confused. But again, niggas gonna be like, oh, you glazing. I'm not glazing nothing, gang. It's just like, come on, y'all don't see how that don't make sense, but all right. But let's see what Turducken Booty Hairhead Man Unit got to say. And I see y'all taking my shit, using it in the No Jumper Reddit. I see that. Give me my credit. Yeah, I said it. No, I'm having a funky good time. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I hope everybody out there doing good, but let's get this started. My bad. Like and describe off the back. Don't troll me. Oh, where's that guy? Oh, he's arrested. Oh, yeah. It's a place of destruction, chaos, turmoil, trauma, triggers, drugs, corn.
I have an announcement. Many of you are probably expecting this. As of today, Almighty Suspect will no longer be a host on No Jumper. For anyone who's living in a hole in the ground, there was a confrontation last night between Brandon, a.k.a. Bucci Bear, a.k.a. Dark Brandon, and Almighty Suspect that resulted in both spit flying and a knife being pulled out. Both of these are infractions that I fear we just cannot tolerate as a business. You know, many times over the past couple of years, I've looked back at the Kelpie incident and I have felt like I was a little too lenient. Like, I feel like that incident, even though we managed to skate essentially because we got Kelpie to sign off on suing us, I think it was extremely lenient of us to not fire Sus at that time. And I'm not going to lie, there's been a couple of times since then, in particular with the whole Jalise thing where it really, really felt.
Hey, man, they set this up. Jalise and everything, even that, they set it up again. I'm not caping for him, but it's like, he go sit up here and act like this. Hold on, let me take myself off the screen real quick. I got to do it. Perix is on the couch. What is Perix doing on the couch? What? Are you kidding me? Oh, come on, y'all. I'm a Glazer. This shit ain't got nothing to do with Almighty. Replace Almighty with anybody and give them the same circumstances. You bleed a situation for the content. You know that shit could escalate. Niggas hire security for that day. There's no security at No Jumper. They hire security for that day. Come on, y'all. That's crazy. Perix on the chart. That's crazy. I'm confused, but I'm a Glazer.
Like he was on the border of attacking her. That got a little scary for me and made me feel like, Jesus Christ, maybe this is not okay.
Whoa. I gotta run that back. He said he looked like he was on the verge of attacking her. Is he talking verbally? Because it was already a verbal attack from both sides. That's wild. Damn, they gonna do Almighty like that. Is crazy, y'all. Come on. That's wild. Shorty got in bro face like she was gonna slap him. And he sat there. Bro, Kiwi Head's diabolical, y'all. I can't believe this. Again, niggas talking about, oh, that's your boy Almighty. I don't even know Almighty like that, nigga. Quiet as kept. That's my dog. He respect my content. He respect what I do. I don't know Almighty like that. He fucks with me. I fucks with him. I don't know Almighty like that, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy. What?
It really felt like he was on the border of attacking her. That got a little scary for me and made me feel like, Jesus Christ, maybe this is not okay.
That got scary for you? That was scary for you? Not the footage of Loose Caboose beating the dog out of somebody in your parking lot, pistol whipping him and stripping him naked. That didn't scare you? I was scared. Oh, I was scared. Oh, Kiwi Head diabolical. They got nothing to do with Almighty, gang. This is crazy. Look at Big Coon Schwoon sitting next to him. Ooh, look at him. He like, he praying to the Heavenly Master Father. Thank you. Thank you, Master. Got that good old house nigga out of here. Yeah, Master. Look at him basking in the ambiance that is. He helped create this, y'all. Brandon was his hire.
But yeah, I just feel like we just can't tolerate that kind of stuff in here. It's just way over the line. I have nothing against him. I told him I have nothing bad to say about him. I'm not gonna come on here and trash him. I'm not gonna treat him like a sharp or anything like that. But as a business, the liability associated with having somebody on camera who we have like essentially no assurance is not gonna fly off the handle like that. It's just too big of a risk, and it's just not the kind of platform that I want to run at this point. I mean, honestly, the loose cannon situation has been a very bad look for the brand. There's definitely been artists who are just straight up like scared to come here to do interviews because of the fact that they've seen that clip and they just feel like violence is just a normal everyday thing here. So that incident from last...
Because it is, bro. It is. Yo, when you be arguing with niggas and y'all let it go on, right? There's podcasts and there's like debates, heated debates. But when you let niggas argue at the top of their lungs day in and day out, you know what I'm saying? When you're arguing with that much intensity day in and day out, what do you think could happen, bro? Why is everyone acting ignorant? Like, if this isn't what's fostered up here. But we gonna sit up here and be like, oh yeah, that was too far. I agree. I told Almighty, bro, privately and on camera, that shit was crazy, and it was crazy out of pocket. Straight up. But I mean, we seen niggas get spit on before. We seen all kind of shit happen up here, bro. Like, come on, man. I don't even want to mention some of the shit that is like super like, because I don't want to be like a fed or nothing, but let's not act like we ain't seen this before. Niggas acting like they terrified. I'm just confused. I'm confused.
Last night, not a good look and we just have to take sort of decisive action in order to avoid that. Now, was Brandon instigating? I think that's fair to say. But that being said, instigating with words is one thing. And if maybe this had been brought to me afterwards and it had been said like, oh, look at the way that Brandon was talking to him, blah, 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 maybe then it would have been a conversation. But the reality is that Sus is the one who got physical with it. And to me, it's an easy decision. If it had been the spit alone or the knife alone, it would have been an easy decision. It being both of them at the same time, it's an easy decision. Now, I will address this narrative that I know that a lot of people are going to probably want to run with, since apparently Flacco ran with it in his video. Lush, do you feel like you're at fault?
Not at all. like 0%. But I think the whole way it transpired is really unfortunate.
Lush, come on, gang. You are bunkery. Yeah, let me tell you, my nigga Lush started the podcast off like a rap battle. You know what I'm saying? Like it was Bucci Bear Brandon versus Almighty Suspect. He's like, so, I can feel the tension thicker than a German guard dog all through the fog and this, that, and the other. I can cut it with a knife like butter. I remember sitting there like, damn, what the hell? I remember Bucci Bear said, man, there ain't no tension. You trying to make some tension. And I remember being like, damn, this is like, Lush, why are you doing this? You're playing Kiwi Head right now? You doing this? He said, I absolutely, come on, Lush, that's shady. And Almighty supposed to be your man. Almighty is actually Lush friend. Almighty's actually Lush friend in real life. It's his friend, bro. That's crazy.
And I wish that there is a way that it didn't have to have this result. Like, I understand from a business perspective why, that can't be tolerated. And obviously, especially considering the negative stigma that's already kind of lingering as a result of the Loose incident and things like that. But I just, the whole intention when we did when Brandon debated against iHypocrite and subsequently debated against me was to try to give people a variety in the type of content that we have over here. Because I feel like, there's been a consensus that been somewhat of street rumors and activity, etc. And this is kind of like our attempt to ease our way back into highbrow content, or at least a balance, a variety of content.
I mean, a lot of us watch Jubilee. It's like one of the most popular channels on YouTube. I love that kind of content. For me, creating those debates was an easy decision. That being said, I feel like you're trying to pivot away from the fact that you wanted to get Suspect out the paint so bad that you set him up in an environment in which you knew that he would resort to violence because you still hold a lingering animosity towards Suspect because of the way that he
laid you out,
knocked you on your ass.
It's actually quite the opposite. It's me, because if you look at it like this, what
y'all want to know what I think? Real quick, I think what Kiwi Head just said was his plan. Y'all want to know what I think? I think ever since Almighty Suspect wild out on that nigga on that no jumper shot. I don't know if y'all remember this, but Almighty bugged out. He's the only person to ever step to Kiwi Head. The nigga bugged out on him. I remember being like, damn. He was saying, nigga, you ride tricycles. And nigga, you don't come from hip hop. You're a fan. And it was going up. They was both screaming at each other, but I had never seen no shit like that with no host. No matter how much they was violated or nothing, I never seen that. You know what I'm saying? And I remember being like, he's gonna get fired. I remember saying that right then, but they didn't fire him. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's been lingering around for Kiwi Head, and I feel like he's been looking for the right opportunity to get him out of the paint. He tried to put that on Lush right now. I'm going to run that back. He tried to put that on Lush, And I was very specific and strategic. I believe that that's how he feels about getting screamed. I wish I had the footage. Fly it in where y'all could remember that. Because he bugged out. That nigga Almighty snap. That's what I'm saying. We know Almighty does this. It's nothing new. He did it to you, fool. But now it's a thing. Man, Kiwi Head Code. Listen to this, though.
YouTube, you know, I love that kind of content. For me, yeah, creating those debates was an easy decision. That being said, I feel like you're trying to pivot away from the fact that you wanted to get Suspect out the paint so bad that you set him up in an environment in which you knew that he would resort to violence because you still hold a lingering animosity towards Suspect because of the way that he
laid you out,
knocked you on your ass.
It's actually,
boy, that's a little too specific for me. Especially given that Almighty and Lush is actually friends, fool. Like, they're real friends. You know what I'm saying? That shit's too specific. I'm telling you, I believe Kiwi Head know what he be doing, bro. And niggas want to be up here and acting like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is just, he just doesn't know. Like, you know what he doing, bro. Them niggas should have never been in on the same. They don't have to. There's no reason for them to. When you know it's like that. But y'all wanted a moment. Somebody tell me why security was hired for that one day and they don't have security up there. Somebody tell me that. If you don't think nothing's gonna jump off and everything's good, then answer me that. Why security on the day that Brandon and Almighty Suspect are on the same show? I'll wait. I'll be waiting.
quite the opposite. It's me, because if you look at it like this, what is the whole number one talking point of the white nationalists, of the racists, of the hypocrites of the world, of the Nick Fuenteses of the world, is that, quote unquote, per this is what they say, black men have low impulse control. Black men are unable to blah, 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 blah. And that was kind of what Brandon's intention was when he came over here as an agent of chaos, similar to the agent of chaos that he was in the Tariq Nasheed orbit. You feel me?
But to call Brandon an agent of chaos, when even like
I think it's a perfect description of him.
Okay, but even when the show started, from like my perspective, like if the goal was to have them two sit down, talk out their issues, and have like a neutral field, even like when like they began like to argue, you could like clearly tell from like your laugh and laugh and everybody, it felt like, oh, okay, this felt like a pile on Brandon, and it kind of felt like okay, is he coming around because y'all enjoy him, or is he coming around because you felt like, let's get one up on Brandon today? And that's why, and I felt like once it was going left, again, not just you, but everybody in like in the room had a responsibility to sort of like say, hey, yo, chill. But even, okay, for example, even before like their sit down.
I'm not about to say I agree with Big Mother on a damn thing. Those words will never come out of my mouth. Big Mother saying some things, though. Big Mother saying some things. Come on, gang. Y'all know what's going on, bro. Y'all act like that couldn't have been de-escalated. Come on. Y'all did this on a whole nother show before. Y'all did this on a whole nother show before with the tension. Josh in there sitting all weird body, face ass nigga. Sitting, hey guys. You knew the tension was real then. Ample enough time and opportunity for y'all to dead this for real. Even behind the scenes, what kind of operation are you running where you can't get your cast to be, yo, bro, for this, I need y'all to chill the fuck out. It's not going to be none of this. Almighty and Brandon. Yo, it's not going to be none of this. But there's no control up here. Ain't no control. Niggas could have stopped all that. Again, I don't agree with nothing Big Mother say. But Big Mother talking.
What I told everybody, again, my plan was to come here and say, as a team, we thought it was good to have them sit down and on camera. But since y'all opened up the rabbit hole, I said beforehand, what? Hey, bruh, this will end bad. Do this. And everybody said, no. No.
Which is true.
You feel me?
Which is true. Now
I predict everything that happens.
let's-
I was on the road, and for the record, in the group chat, I just want to lay out how this went.
Yeah.
It was brought up in the group chat. Adam's not here. Who should we have on the Tuesday show? Lush said, let's get Brandon and Suspect together. And then,
you might
according to you
might want to scroll up a little bit.
You reached out to them, and they both, obviously Brandon was down from the beginning, but I was informed that Suspect was down for it.
And in the debate, too, he even brought up the fact that he wanted Suspect and Brandon to sit down.
Who brought that up?
Again, I ain't watching, but you told me that.
Okay. So let's clarify a few things.
Look how messy this shit is. Now we gonna bust it down. We done already fired old boy for we don't even know what's going on. Oh, so it's supposed to be this story. It's supposed to be this story. It's like, we won't even know what's going on. Who got the story? Who got the story?
To address to your first point, as far as from a moderation perspective, could I have done better?
You was laughing hard every time Suspect said something. It was
Hey,
feel me?
Facts.
Hey, stop trying to compete with King Blazer.
Oh my God! Come on, man.
This is already my title.
Okay, sorry.
You don't need to cuff the balls that much, all right? So yeah, just grab them.
You got to do that.
Little nails feels great.
I'll let loose. You feel me? And, off the ball.
So here's the thing. Number one, could me objectively, when I look at myself, because I hold myself to a really high standard,
we do.
Could I have been a better moderator? Absolutely. Now let's look at some of the things that I was dealing with, the unforeseen. I was not aware of the full extent of the lineup until 2 hours before the podcast. And then, so keep in mind, I'm trying to do multiple things at the same time. Make sure we get good content.
But it's your show. What do you mean you wasn't?
He didn't know until 2 hours before the podcast. What kind of is that? What kind of is that? I've heard from different people who are who are a part of No Jumper. I've heard from different people from No Jumper that they find out was who on the ship from the thumbnail. They find out if it's real or who's going, everything from the thumbnail. That's what I heard. Again, let's say he found out 2 hours before. Bad Business Bureau.
Hold on.
Where?
I'm towing the line between, because we like conflict. We like arguments. We like that energy. The whole point of No Jumper is controllable chaos. But when it becomes uncontrollable, that's where motherfuckers got to intervene. Now,
it's what you niggas don't understand. It's not chaos if it's controlled. All you niggas up there good with words and you smart and all this shit and all the things. It's not chaos if it's controlled. You don't get it? You don't see? You don't understand? You're getting the chaos. You can't control it. What do y'all think? You don't control it. Controlled chaos. It's an oxymoron. Moron?
Get past that line, though.
Hold on.
I wasn't aware. Why wasn't you aware? It's your show. When Adam isn't here, it's your show.
I am not the producer of the show. I'm the A mic when Adam's not here.
Nigga, it's yours. Okay.
So these conversations, regardless, I'm not trying to.
Wait, pause. Okay, sorry. A producer gives suggestions. Meaning this, okay? If I'm on right the Thursday show, okay? I don't care if Josh and Remo says, "Hey, yo, let's have these three." No, nigga, no. If I want for these two people to be here, they're gonna be here. I mean, if Adam isn't here, it's your show. Did they?
Well, clearly I don't have that jug because I brought 150 people here and they weren't even allowed in the building.
Bro, you could have told Josh and Remo
that narrative out the water.
You didn't, intentionally do that.
No juice card.
Yeah, bro. No.
Just to be fair. Okay. If I really had juice to that degree,
you might not have known, though, right? But again, if Adam isn't here, this is yours. And if Josh and Remo says, "Hey, bro, bring these," no, you can say, "No, I want one from Suspect."
Look, how does Big Mama know all the rules like that? How did Big Mama know the rules that apply to Lushable? I'm just curious. I'm gonna tell you, he's a nice lap dog, ain't he? He's a nice lap dog, ain't he? That nigga some kibbles and bits. That nigga some kibbles and bits. It's your job your job to. God damn, nigga, what the hell? How you know? The fuck?
Brandon and these
let
dudes
me
would be
clarify.
super-
I was very happy with the panel.
Okay,
you
cool.
feel me? But here's the thing.
Did anybody know Bizarre was coming? I had no idea.
I didn't know until.
So they sprung that on you guys too. Huh?
Yes, I knew an hour and a half before, which I was, Bizarre's my friend in real life. I was excited about that.
Shout
and
out
I think
Bizarre, yeah.
Shouts to Bizarre. That was awesome. I wish.
Niggas had a hip hop legend in the building. Niggas had Bizarre in the building. It's like, did anybody else know Bizarre was sick? I didn't. Shout out Bizarre.
He could have been there longer. Now, so I'm.
So
now,
was he still there? Was he there when the fight took
No,
place?
he dipped like
he had just left.
he had a
Got it.
video shoot with Be Real that night, so he dipped beforehand and shit.
Which
so.
thank God, right? Because that would have been a terrible.
I mean,
one.
thank God. But he probably could have helped with the security. He's a big dude. He could have, maybe.
It would have been a little bit more viral if Bizarre's free.
Yeah.
I mean, really, if they just kept the camera on. Well, honestly, we have that camera.
No, we have the angles.
The funniest shit about it, honestly, just to get past the fact that it's sad that Sus is not going to be on camera anymore, but like the way that Munchie did this, Munchie went.
Got some popcorn. You got popcorn, huh?
Like, I don't know exactly what happened in his brain, but he like popped into like a squat. on the couch.
And look,
It's survival instincts, man.
And we all know physically.
Security footage. She almost fell off the back of the couch.
Yeah, that's what I was worrying about when I was watching it too. Yeah.
And we know that I'm not the most physically imposing figure, but if you
You
watch
did
the
try,
footage,
though.
I did hop up and try to get in the mix. Like, there's been other times where I didn't, and this time I did.
And who was the security guard? Like he looked like he was like
He's the man.
Coop, yeah, he's
how
Coop,
he
he
was
was
the
always
man.
at the store and stuff. He's super good, yeah.
Pushed Brandon back. He
Well,
made
he's super
sure,
small
like,
though. Like he's not really.
He's not super small.
he's
not
a
like a
lot smaller
giant,
than
but-
Brandon.
Okay.
He's smaller than Brandon. That's for damn sure.
Where's he at now? Where's the security now? No security up there today?
Yeah.
But look,
Yeah, he
so,
looks
so,
small 'cause of Brandon.
so Flacco, keep in mind, I'm trying to make entertaining content, keep the show flowing with topics, make sure that we get the clips that we're supposed to be getting, and simultaneously make sure Bizarre's included and our other hosts, and not look like a bitch, you feel me? Which is a crazy thing when me and Brandon have this not contentious relationship, because me and Brandon are actually hella cool, but our
Not really though, man.
no, really though.
I'm not gonna let you get that off, man.
No, we really are
we have
actually.
some issues, but I don't
No,
think
we
we
don't.
hate each other, right?
We have no issues.
True, but super cool is not even.
Kiwi has shut up. Shut up. You don't know shit. You don't know what's going on. That's clear as day. Just shut up. Let them niggas talk. Fuck.
Even like a
Cooler-
viable option.
Hey,
They did a debate.
Yeah.
Cooler than you think we are.
I did a
promise
debate,
you.
and I mean, he gave you a hard time about being a druggie a little bit or alcoholic or whatever, and
They called him
now.
Booty,
he
man.
kind of called you like a glazer and
Yeah.
a wannabe black dude type shit, whatever. Like, but
And the sky's blue.
Yeah,
you
I
feel
mean,
me?
it's not-
Like
No, Lush. Listen, no, Lush. Thing is this, bro. Like, you tried your best. So again, by no means am I saying it's on you. I'm saying
no, you made a whole video with that implication already. Before that, nobody was
No.
even thinking that. I get hell inboxes. This is your fault,
no.
Lush.
I'm saying, right, like in the future, man, because for me, when I look at this scenario, it's not even like a situation of, oh, we didn't know. I told you beforehand this would happen. And I laid down all my reasons why this would happen. And it kind of went ignored. And I'm saying is this, okay? Even with the aspect of your suspect didn't know until the morning of, that's crazy.
Trash.
that is crazy because but there's the thing, he got a new number. And I guess Josh had been texting his previous number. I didn't know he had a new number. Josh had been hitting up his previous number. But at the end of the day,
Still in all, though. Still in all. That's when he found out. Top of that day. Come on, bro.
it would have been nice for him to know way in advance, but he didn't know, and he ended up showing up regardless. And he knew that he was going to be on camera with somebody that he doesn't get along with. And I see a lot of people saying, Brandon is so confrontational, Brandon is disrespectful, etc. Well, Suspect is those things as well, but then Suspect also, opened it up into the realm of physical violence, which is something that I just don't want this podcast to be like, male baddies. To any
And
extent that we don't
Suspect
have
did
to.
call him like a first, which again,
Several times.
Yeah,
but
that's a
that
good point.
But
Right.
hold on.
Honestly.
Like, Adam, remember what we discussed last week on the No Jumper Show? Triggers. You know what I mean?
Don't stab me. That's my trigger. Don't fillet me.
No Swiss Army fileros, you feel me? But on top of that, like you said,
Niggas be in they building with blowers. Real quick, y'all. Niggas be in they building with blowers. How many times y'all do it yourself? How many times have we seen on camera somebody blower drop, somebody blower flash? How many times? He's seen this. Come on, I'm just so confused again. Replace Almighty with anybody. This is just a shady deal. Y'all set all this up. I watched it. I did reactions to the shit. It was funny in the beginning because it was like, hey, you know what I mean? And then it escalated to this, and now it's like, oh, now it's not funny no more? Oh, now it's not content? I thought we had the content. Oh, okay. All right, okay.
Which is pretty obvious. Your kid is like a line that people can never cross. And Hefe echoed those sentiments, and he said the B word. I said I have no triggers. You can say whatever you want to me. I'm not gonna turn up. You feel me? I might turn up and go crazy, but I'm not gonna. There's nothing that anybody can say that's gonna lead me to a physical confrontation.
I also just think though that like as long as we're talking triggers, not wanting someone to insult your kid is a much more reasonable trigger than the B word, which is a very common word.
For
not
sure.
that common to call other dudes that, but
No, the B word is no.
But also Suspect was saying it before
Yeah.
Brandon started saying, and Suspect kept calling him a fag and all this other shit, and it's like
he was.
you know, it's like I mean,
But okay, so what's the so there is a difference though, since we're talking about that now.
And I said that too. But again, y'all be selective with y'all shit because y'all hate Almighty. And hey, I understand it. You know what I'm saying? There's niggas out there who hate me for whatever reason. I get it, y'all hate Almighty, but I said that too. Almighty called this nigga a sack of bitches and a sack of F-bombs. Gets called the B word one time and flies off the handle, spits on the man and all kinds of. I don't think that's cool. I'm making that abundantly clear. Ain't shit cool about that. Whether you my homie, you not my homie, you a random, that shit is not cool, bro. It's not. This is what I would say to you too. Y'all can't tell nobody how to react on shit. Hey, if you will allow yourself to be called a bitch and that's not a trigger for you or anything, then hey, that's what it is, right? We literally saw a nigga call him a bitch before, and that happened. I'm saying, like, it's not defending, bro. I'm just saying y'all don't see what's going on here. Like, come on, bro. Come on. And that shit's still disgusting. What Almighty did was still disgusting. Straight up. But come on, man. Like, what kind of shit are they running up here is all I'm saying. What are they doing up here, bro?
There's a difference between
when Flacco got to be the voice of reason, something's off. I don't want to say that. Flacco literally over here. I told y'all, ain't nobody denying it either. Kiwi Head sitting there looking stupid. Kiwi Head, the new kid in the class on every episode because he don't know shit about nothing. Nothing was going on in this building. You know what I'm saying? New kid, everybody sitting up there just quiet as shit, stupid looking. Flacco, like I said this. I told y'all this was going to happen. They're like, yeah, you did. You did say that. Yeah. Yeah, I ignored it. Come on, bro, but I'm a glazer. Y'all niggas that get beat up too, talking to me like that. That shit is mean. Don't call me mean names.
Elementary insults, literally like grade school caps and personal attacks. What did Suspect really do to attack Brandon's character? Brandon is bringing up shit that's really like personal and potentially embarrassing about Sus. He's talking about, oh, you got put up or whatever, the BPS thing.
Well, Joe started that though.
Who started that?
Because when the show started, again, Brendan said, yo, let's just go to topics. And then wait. And then a topic started off with the assist shit. And then I feel like what like sparked it off was when Suspect was like, yo, if you did not attack me, you wouldn't be here, you ain't shit. And then he responded back with, well, if you acting right, like a uncontrollable, I think he says like beta, then if that's what it took for me to be here, then like so be it. So I feel like it, and he was trying to do topics. y'all
No,
wanted
no.
have
Fuck
the
that.
back and forth.
Shut the fuck up. You're wrong.
Okay.
No, and this is the
But
issue.
that's what happened,
No.
though.
This I have a huge issue with what you just said. Trying to do topics, we literally had Sharp in the title. Torso Gate was part of the title. The first 2 topics on the screen said Sharp's name. We're trying to discuss it. I'm bringing, because it winds up becoming a random conversation about pimping and would you buy a purse and a bunch of random me as the A mic on the show, doing what I'm supposed to do to clip farm, which is what we do. I go back to Sharp because that's what he said. We ain't trying to talk about Sharp. You feel me? Like, nah, Les, you're not reading the room. I'm like, Dick, this is the topic that's predetermined. So don't talk about how he's not only that, then Young and Hefe's like, you know what? Because like obviously it got redundant at a certain point. Young and Hefe's all, yeah, let's go to the next topic, Nipsey Hussle. So I go, okay, next topic is Nipsey Hussle. We gonna start discussing that. Then all of a sudden, he's like, oh, I see what you're trying to do, Lush. You trying to like pit black men against each other. You trying to disgrace.
But he
Nipsey's
could think
legacy.
that certain topics is dumb and still
Why he sound like Dijon Paul?
want to talk about other topics. I'm saying at the 14
But he wasn't
minute,
discussing the topics. You're
14-minute
mischaracterizing what
that
happened.
is very bad podcasting. Like,
Thank
if there
you.
are topics to be
Of
discussed,
course, sure.
they should be discussed.
Common
Give
sense.
it 10 minutes. Because like rejecting topics and
of course.
acting like you're too good to talk about them or
No,
whatever,
yeah.
I'm anti that.
I'm anti that. Are you? Are you anti that, QA head? Oh. But yeah, y'all got it right there, man. That's the story. Again, you feel me? You know, he fired. Ain't nothing really to say about it. He's fired. You know? A lot of y'all like, hell yeah, rah, rah, and that's cool. You feel me? Again, I just don't, and this is, again, it's not taking up for Almighty. It's just, I don't see what he did wrong. Anything abnormal from what, you know what I mean, goes on. I just don't see it. Like, I don't get it. No one was hurt. Like every time a gun goes off or a nigga is pistol whipped and the nigga woke up out the coma, right? He was in a coma. The dude who got pistol whipped at No Jumper, right? He woke up out the coma. He took a picture, face swollen or whatever, right? So, hey, nobody's hurt. Let's get back to the show. No, y'all don't feel that way? Oh, it's just me? Oh. I thought we had the content. Yeah. I thought we had the content. But, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Almighty gonna have something to say. He probably about to go up. Sheesh. He probably about to go up because it's just a cold deal. I ain't gonna lie to none of y'all. You feel me? For anybody looking for any kind of marketing or promotion when it comes to this YouTube content creation, make sure y'all tap in with @DreaTheVirgo on Instagram. Again, that's @DreaTheVirgo on Instagram. She working with a bunch of different content creators. She can get you all the help you need, whatever it is, thumbnails, views, viewer retention, monetization, strikes. Get at her. Again, @DreaTheVirgo on Instagram. Serious inquiries only. But I want y'all to get in the comments and let me know how much of a fucking glazer I am. Go ahead. Hi, Almighty Dotson. Oh, that's what y'all want. Almighty's a bitch. Fuck Almighty. That's what y'all want me to do. Fuck that nigga. Yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. It's your boy Gangland Neem. Peace.